up, guys? Time to show off a custom build going out to my buddy Jonathan. This is his first build, so we'll go over it a little more in depth. Custom skull build, so I will point out one thing. This is a thick leather, okay? So the holes are fine, except it is thick leather put together, stitched, and then the edge painted, right? So it is probably every bit of 2.5, 3 millimeter thick. What that will do to these little, like, your little, there's a word for that, that essentially pin in the middle of the buckle. I don't think it's called pin, but you'll have a little bit of trouble with it. So what I'm going to suggest, see how it's like in there, it will come out. You got to pull it down, but what if it's tight on your wrist? How are you gonna pull it tighter to get it out of there? So what I would do if I were you, I can do it if you want me to, which I could do it. Drill these out. I just run a drill bit through and just kind of open them up a little bit. Usually go from the back and then pull it forward. This is a distressed black, so it's not going to hurt it at all. So I might go ahead and flare those open for you a little bit. Just those thicker ones. So if this wasn't like, if it didn't have a kink on it, if it was kind of more flat, it would work with this a little bit better, just since it's so thick. So maybe I'll just go ahead and drill these out for you before I send it your way. But custom skull dial done in brass, and you got to see the whole setup on this. So we lasered it in brass, and then I aged it until the whole thing turned black. Then I sanded it, and then we backside loomed it. This has a nice set of black hands. This is, I think, the first set of black hands that I've done like this. I ended up doing another one on something else. What did I do it on? I did it on something else. Oh, I sent a buddy wanted me to change some stuff on his watch, so I did some on there, but I didn't do a video of that. So technically, this is the only one I've done in these black that you'll see on video to date. So this is done in an antique bronze cerakoted 150 case with matching crown, milled case back, also done, and the ring that holds the case back on, as well as the pre-V buckle. So everything done in antique bronze. Very first, it's a brass-esque gold tapered bezel. Now with these, on my platform, you can turn the bezels. Now for you, it won't make a difference because there's no indications on them. Why I bring that up is they're not click style bezels. You can turn it left, you can turn it right. Now for you, it doesn't matter how you turn it. What you will notice is this is polished, these are brushed. So touching it, you will get fingerprints on there. So you might not notice them in person until you maybe bounce some light off of it. Usually on camera taking pictures, you will notice them. But good pop of color with that brass in there. Good pop of color with this bezel as well. And then this is, I said it in the beginning, but two-piece Italian leather strap with, I don't know that this is a specific like bronzy stitch, because what happens is a lot of times when they're paired against something else, they look like a different color. So I don't know if this is just brown that kind of looked that way, or if it was, I don't want to say it was gold, but a good flow into it. And that is your build. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, wear it, put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. You'll feel a little bit of play, but you'll know that you are off that crown tube. And then you can wind it, and a wind is a turn that way, turning it away from you. I often go back and forth, just aggressively, giving it like, what am I doing? Half turns, pushing half turns. If you do that for 4 or 5 seconds, that mixed with your rotor. Inside there, you got a stainless steel movement holder and a little signed rotor, but you just can't see it. If I could cerakote my casebacks, but a lot of times the glass that's in them is not removable. Like they're rated depth-wise, but it's like they fit them in there and then they put like a bead of something around that, you know, some sort of sealant as well. So I can't really pop them out and get them resealed back in. But anyway, if you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, that mixed with your rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day. And if you do this for something closer to 15-20 seconds, you're going to max out that 31-hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click. You can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going on you. You'll also notice you've got that wobble crown. That wobble crown deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So it's not putting any lateral pressure on there. So if you're pushing and prying on it, it's kind of rolling with it. And it also has a clutch system, so once it's screwed back in there, it actually disengages from the head. And if you ever get impact over here, it's not going to transfer into your keyless works and into your movement. Now, if you would scratch this, use some gun oil, try to remedy it as best you can. With this being distressed, you know, it might look okay, but it is silver under there. We bead blast it, we cerakote it, we bake it in there. It's on there decently stout, but treat it like a car. You wouldn't rub your car on, you know, a wall. So try not to do that with this. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 1:30 p.m.
1:30 p.m. When you're good, push it over, take it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is the build, sir. I will drill these out for you. These are decent size, but when you get that thick, that gets hung up because you can see it's all right here at the end with that little hook, and it's making sure that it's staying on there, which is great and all. But unless you wear this thing loose, it's going to be tough to get off there. So like I said, I run a drill bit through. Now, if for some reason I don't do it well enough for you, just do the same thing with a bit yourself in the hole that you use. I kind of do it in stages to where I'm not just running something through, because you'll pucker up one end over here and you can just kind of push it back down. Like I said, it's going to be distressed anyway, so it won't really matter even if they are like that. But I normally do it in a little bit of stages there until I open it up well enough. So as with every build, you're going to get matching beads. Entirely up to you how cool you are, if you wear them or not. This is going to come in a brown BBW special edition box. This will come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts, so this watch through here, not the band. And it's going to have a microfiber to go with that, which is this one right here. This is your microfiber. You're also going to have leather conditioner that keeps this strap perfectly soft. If you ever feel that it's not as pliable as you'd like, bend it the way you want, and then put this on the front and the back, let it soak in. A little bit will go a long way. Just kind of work it in there. Use like a rag of some sort. Don't use one of these microfibers. And then lastly, you're going to have some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch. It's for your acrylic glass. You have a domed acrylic here. If you scratch it, put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your included microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, go left and right, filling that scratch, haze it, and then buff it out. If you don't get it in that first try, let it solidify and come back 5-10 minutes later. It's kind of like drywall mud. If you're back at it again, you're going to pull it right back out, what you've put in there. So that is your build, good sir. I will drill this out for you. And thank you. Oh, one more thing. You've supported me for a while. I'm going to throw in one of my super soft wallets. You will love this wallet. Very, very pliable. From time to time I have straps made in this. They're a little bit thinner. They're thinner obviously than this one right here. But these super nice. You will love it. doesn't quite go with it because it's not from the same guy and not the same leather. But I think you will love this wallet, man. So I'm going to throw that in there with you as well. I appreciate your time. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.